Bunch of college scouts coming to see me do my thing. Got
Mom, Dad. How odd to see you both here during the day. Great news. I just got accepted to Harvard, and all it's gonna cost for the first year is $28,000. I'm not gonna get a job. I'm not an orphan. You do have the money, don't you, Daddy?
Of course.
Of course. Oh, I love you, Daddy. Oh, and Mommy. Mommy, I love Daddy. I'm not gonna get a job. I'm not an orphan. You do have the money, don't you, Daddy?
Of course.
Of course. Oh, I love you, Daddy. Oh, and Mommy. Mommy, I love Daddy. I am so happy.
It's your first assignment.
Your laundry?
No, I am not doing any man's laundry. I'm a virgin, for God's sake. You think I'm gonna do your laundry?
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Retro Warehouse, guys. So, yeah, man, I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, man. Ever since I saw it a few months ago, finally get a chance to get around to it, man. But Nikki Cox, as you guys saw, very good upskirt shot on the popular 90s sitcom Unhappily Ever After, that aired on the WB back in the 90s, man. And what's funny is I was a kid back then, and I remember that show. And I remember when I first saw it, because I had already, I was already watching Married with Children. I was watching shit like, now I really was supposed to be watching at my age, but my parents didn't get no shit about the only thing I couldn't watch was like porn and stuff. Like, that was the only thing that I really wasn't allowed to watch. But yeah, man, like, I watched this show, man, and when I first saw it, like I said, it reminded me of Married with Children. I grew up on Married with Children a little bit, and when I saw this, it was like, kind of reminded me like a parody of it, right? But to me, it was more funnier because that damn rabbit, Mr. Floppy, bro, that bunny, man, he was hilarious, man. And I just thought the show all around was just, they did some really goofy things in here. And like I said, because I think, like, Married with Children itself was already a parody of other sitcoms, but like, this show was a straight parody of Married with Children. I think the same people who made Married with Children made this show, so it made sense why it had that whole feel to it. And the thing that was the difference, though, that Unhappily Ever After, for me, made it better, too, was the difference between Nikki Cox and Kelly Bundy. So, basically, Tiffany Malloy was her character name, was Nikki Cox's character name on the show. And, Kelly and Tiffany, the difference was that I always thought Tiffany was like Kelly on steroids. Like, Kelly was already a blonde bombshell within herself, but then they bring in this redhead, and it's like, bro, for her age, because, like, the crazy thing about Nikki Cox was she was still a teenager when she was doing this show. And she was busty as hell, sexy as hell. Like, I was really just starting to get into girls around this time when I was watching this show. So she was definitely one of my first crushes and stuff. And I just remember that show, man, and I was like, damn, I'm in love, bro. I am in love with this girl right now. Like, this girl is so sexy, bro. And, You know, Nikki Cox, she ended up being on the Norm Show. And I didn't really see on the Norm Show, like, when I was younger. Like, I saw that, like, later in life. And she was good looking on there. Then she had her own, then she went back to the WB and had her own self-titled comedy called Nikki. And that show wasn't as funny as Unhappily Ever After, but it was pretty good, though. But it only lasted for, like, I think 2 or 3 seasons or something like that. It was very short-lived. But it was pretty funny too, though. It was pretty funny too. And one of the things about Nikki is that she's very underrated as far as her comedy chops go. Like, she's pretty funny. That's why that show worked too on Happily Ever After. She was just a funny, like, kind of like, she was always sarcastic because she was supposed to be the smart one in the family. Most of the family was dumb. But she was supposed to be like, her and her little brother were like the 2 smart ones. Everyone else in the family was dumb as hell. Especially her older brother that, he was in Entourage, but he actually dated her in real life, which was crazy. Then I think she cheated on him with the guy that actually was the voice of the bunny on the show, which is funny, man. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. And then she did, I think when she was in her prime, though, was her years on Las Vegas, the TV show Las Vegas, that aired on NBC back in the 2000s. That's when I think she was on her prime. And boy, oh boy, she was just, oh my God, ultimate beauty in that show. Ultimate beauty. She plays the character Mary Connell on there. And by the way, I'm going to do some scenes from that show as well on this channel where she was hot at. So definitely be on the lookout for that in the future. I wanted to just get this out first, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, Las Vegas comes out. I watched Las Vegas specifically for her. It's a pretty good damn show, but I watched it specifically for her. It comes on like every weekend on this station called Cozy TV. It's also, if you got streaming, it's on Amazon Prime as well right now, so you can watch it in HD on there. Yeah, man, it's an awesome show though. It's a really awesome show, and her career. She started out really young, like she was a child star. Then it just sort of, I don't know where it went. Like her marriage to Jay Moore was really messed up after that. And I think she was like, I forgot what it was, if it was specifically drugs or alcohol or whatever. But she had to go to rehab, and she had like a son and everything too. It was like she went through a messed up time, and she wasn't really getting any work. As well, from what I noticed, like she basically just kind of quietly retired. But you know, I've seen some recent pics of her. She seems to be doing well now. I don't know what she's doing specifically right now, but I've seen some pictures of her. Some people say she got very ugly and stuff. I think she looks okay. Like I seen her recent pics. She looked like a banger. Like she looked like a regular cougar MILF at her age, man. Because I mean, she like in her mid to late 40s now. I mean, she looks like, I think now she looks more like her age, but I see what people mean because she had like some lip injection or whatever that was really done bad. Like it was really big, make her lips was already big enough, but then she got like the lip injection and kind of messed up her face and stuff like that. And that's the only sad thing about a lot of these girls out here that be getting these surgeries, man. I'm like, y'all don't even really be needing that shit. Like, y'all, like, Nikki had the genes from my ancestry where she didn't need no enhancements at all. She always reminded me of, face-wise, like a Mary Tyler Moore. Like, she always had that type of look, and she really never should have touched her face, man. She really never. But like I said, I think as she's aged, though, I've seen her recent pics. She looks a lot better, though. I've seen her pics from like the last 2 years. You have to really dig, though, to find those. Like, it's really hard to find her recent pictures because she keeps her like completely private now. So I had to dig for those, man. I can't even find them now because like when I dig for them, I should have saved them to my computer, man. But I can't even find those pictures now, but she did some really good pictures though, man. Like she looks good now. I don't know what I don't think some of these men have seen her. Cause like I said, now that she's aged, her face is blending in more. with the way she looked. I think it looked terrible maybe like 10, 15 years ago when she first got that surgery. But now, like, her face is blended in more, so she looks a lot better now than she used to look. But yeah, man, it's a sad story, but I think she's doing better now, though. But yeah, she was the ultimate hot girl, man, like, for real, for real. Especially for those of y'all that was around back then in the 90s and 2000s, man. Like, she was everything, and I could tell dudes on the internet be missing her because every time I go to stuff, man, they like, you could tell. Like, I thought I was one of the only few people that had a crush on her, but nah, there's a lot of dudes that had a crush on her, man. But this scene was sexy, though, man. And I mean, there's still not a lot of girls out there that can reach the level that Nikki Cox ever reached, in my opinion. Never. Like, Nikki is so far and away, when she was in her prime, man, you couldn't touch Nikki Cox on the looks. You couldn't. Like again, if you watch the show Las Vegas, they got 4 beauties on there, man. And the only one that comes close on there is maybe Vanessa Marcille. Like, she comes maybe the closest to her, but even she can't surpass Nikki in the hotness, man. It's like this girl was on another level. Another level. I'm trying to remember the first time I saw Nikki Cox too. I think it was on an episode of Baywatch, because she did like a lot of like mini roles. She was on Terminator 2. Believe it or not, I was a huge fan of Terminator 1 and 2 back in the 90s when I was a kid. I watched because Showtime was playing Terminator 2 like the whole month, I remember. And I always remembered the little girl that snitched on John, right? Because he was in the arcade. She told T-1000 where he was. I never knew that was Nikki Cox, though. Back then, though. Like, I found out through the internet later that was her. As many times as I saw that, I never knew that was her. I would have never guessed it because I never saw her that young. But, like, it's crazy because I saw her on Baywatch, which was done not too far away from the time that she did Terminator, maybe like a year or two after. When they filmed that Baywatch episode she was on, she played like a homeless kid on there. And she was on there twice. She was on there season 2 or season 3, and then she was on there again like season 4 or 5, from what I remember. Like, so she was a little older the next time she was on there. But she was like, it was like closer to the time when Unhappily Ever After came out, the second time she was on there. So look for those episodes, by the way, if you can find them. I think Prime still has Baywatch on there. You can probably find it on there, but make sure y'all watch that episode too. But yeah, man, I mean, y'all can already tell by my voice how much I love me some Nikki Cox, man. I couldn't wait to do this video for y'all. Let me know in the comment section, y'all like treasure thoughts on Nikki and what y'all thought of her hearing the clip and all that stuff, man. Because I'd love to hear from y'all if y'all anything like I was, man. Because, man, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video too was to keep her memory alive, because she's no longer acting and stuff. And so I definitely want to, you know, maybe there's the youth out there that never saw her. And then there's also people who want a nostalgia moment watching her stuff, man. There's someone on here on YouTube that posts all the Unhappily Ever After videos, episodes too. They posted like, I think almost every single one of them. So y'all go back and watch that. The only thing, like I said, I need to catch a Norm show a little more. I seen like just maybe a couple of episodes, but I need to watch more of her in the Norm show. That's like the only thing that I need to watch on her from back in the day. But I seen most of the Las Vegas episodes she was on. So like I said, they come on like every weekend on Cozy TV right now. If you got Cozy TV, you can watch it like late nights on every weekend. Saturdays and Sundays is when they come on. I'm doing this video on Sunday, so it's coming on tonight. And yeah, we got to talk about too, when I do the Las Vegas videos, we got to talk about the storyline she was in before she left the show. It was a really good storyline that she had, man. But we'll talk about it then, man. But give me y'all thoughts on Nikki Cox right now, man. Give this video a like, share, subscribe, y'all. Thank y'all for watching Retro Warehouse.